Hi everyone, I would like to show you how to make a Yin and Yang dream catcher. I was very much inspired to do the Yin and Yang dream catcher by the username tina.s.world on Instagram. She has made so many cute renditions of my dream catchers, and also I asked her for permission if I could use her Yin and Yang idea for one of my dreamcatcher videos. So make sure to go follow her on Instagram. Again, her name is tina.s.world. The things that you will need to make the dreamcatcher is any type of hoop, a hook, embroidery thread, or any type of string is fine. Scissors, loom bands. I will be using purple and white. Purple will symbolize spiritual awareness and white will symbolize confidence. The first thing we need to do is our border. I will not be going too much in depth in making a dream catcher because I have other more in-depth tutorials to make a regular dream catcher. So you can click the little I button up there. It will bring up all of my rainbow loom dream catcher videos. I will start with white bands. So take your band, put it on the bottom of your hoop. Take your hook, put it through one loop and then the other loop. The top loop will go through the bottom. Still keep this loop on your hook. You're going to take another band and put it on the bottom of your hoop. Take your hook, put it through one loop and then the other loop. Now you have 3 different loops. The first one will go through the second one. 2 different bands, 2 different loops. You will take the first one through the bottom. Still keep this loop here. You will get another band, put it on the bottom of your hoop. Take your hook, put it through one loop and then the other loop. Again, you have 3 different loops. You will take the first one through the bottom. The first loop will go through the bottom. Still keep this loop here. You will take a band, put it on the bottom of your hoop. Take your hook, put it through one loop and then the other loop. 3 different loops. Take the first one through the second one. 2 different loops. Take the first one through the second. We just looped 7 times on camera. I need to loop 43 more bands on my hoop to get 50 white bands. To do the whole border on my 4-inch dream catcher, I will need 100 bands all around. So after I loop my 50 white bands, I will change to my purple bands. If your dream catcher hoop is bigger or smaller than mine, you can easily work out how many bands of one color you will need for yours. I'm going to do the rest of my white bands off camera. After 50 bands, this is what I have. I'm going to change my color to purple now. I will be repeating the same steps again. I'm just going to do this until I hit 50 bands again. So this is what my hoop looks like after 100 bands. I went ahead and put embroidery string through 2 loops because I will be hanging my dream catcher. But you can choose to put any type of string, chain, or anything that you can find. The next step is to put some bands on some loops. I will be skipping 4 loops in between. So if I start right here on my dream catcher, I will be skipping 4 sets of loop. I will take my hook and I'll put it on the 2 loops here, and I will take my first color, which is white. I will put the band on my hook and slowly pull it through like this. So after putting the band here, I will skip 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will put my band, which is white still, right here. Take your hook, put it through the 2 loops like this, and take your band, put it on the hook, and just pull it through. I will do this with the white bands until I have 10 bands on my loops. I'm going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, take your hook, put it through the 2 loops like so. Take your band, put it on the hook, and then just slowly pull it through carefully. I have 3 bands now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops, and I need to do 5 more with the same color. So I finished putting my white bands on my loops. I will be changing my color to purple now. My white band is here. I'm going to skip 4 loops to put my purple band on the 5th one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I will be putting my band on the 5th loop. And I will be doing this until I have 10 bands on my loops. So the next step is to connect 2 different bands with 1 loom band. You will be doing this for the 2nd row. I will start here, and I'm going to be using my first color, which is white. So take your hook, put it on 1 loop and then the other loop. Take your band, put it on your hook, and then just pull it through. So the loops on your hook, you would take some string and put it on the loops. So this is just to prevent the bands from coming undone. Again, take your hook, put it on 1 loop, and then put it on the other loop. Take your band, put it on your hook, and then just pull it through. You will take your string and put it on the loops on your hook. I will be doing this 6 more times. So I have 10 white bands connecting my other bands. I will be adding 10 purple bands on the other side. So again, take your hook, put it on 1 loop, and then put it on the other loop. You would take your second color, mine is purple, and put it on your hook, and then pull it through the 2 bands, take your string, put it through the 2 loops, I just did this 5 times. I will do it 5 more times off camera. I have my second row completed. The next step again is to connect 2 different loops with 1 band. I will start on this end and not the end where the white and purple band meet. I will start in here. Take your hook, put it on 1 loop and then the other loop. Take your first color, mine is white, put it on the hook and then put it through. Take your string and put it on the loops. I have 5. I will need to do 5 more to make 10. I'm going to repeat the same steps that I did with the 10 white bands. I will be doing 10 purple bands on the other side. I finished my 3rd row, 10 white bands and 10 purple bands. Now that you have made sure that you loop the bands correctly, you can go and easily take off the first string that you had. To keep this video from being too long, I will be doing my 2 other rows off camera and I will be telling you the final steps. I finished adding my 5 rows of loom bands. The final step is to just tie your string together. You can then just take your scissors and just carefully cut the excess. Like so. To symbolize the opposite color dots of the yin and yang symbol, I made these cute little flower charms. I used the tutorial. The tutorial is by Webkins Fun 99. Her video is called Easy Cherry Blossom Flower Charms with a Rainbow Loom. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. As always, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. And also I just opened up my Twitter account as well. The name is Daily and Ordinary on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter as well. Thank you everybody. Have a good day.